Maintaining defensive stability in a league defined by rapid transitions is a challenge that every front office faces, and for a franchise built on high-level execution, the margin for error remains razor-thin. When a key piece of the secondary begins to look replaceable or requires a contingency plan, the organization must act with surgical precision to protect its competitive window. The Los Angeles Rams are currently navigating this exact scenario as they evaluate the market for a potential successor or immediate reinforcement for Kam Curl. The safety position is the heartbeat of a modern defense, and while Curl brought a specific veteran presence to the room, the coaching staff is clearly looking for a specific type of versatility that might be currently lacking. Les Snead has never been one to sit idle when he perceives a gap in the roster's ceiling, and the internal discussions suggest that the Rams are prioritizing a player with elite range and ball-tracking abilities. This isn't necessarily a slight against the current production, but rather a reflection of the evolving demands of the defensive scheme. We have seen how critical the safety play is for providing a safety net for a young group of cornerbacks, and if the Rams want to contend deep into January, that back end needs to be airtight. The evaluation process involves looking at both veteran free agents who might still be available and potential trade candidates who could be shaken loose as the trade deadline or roster cuts approach. It is a delicate balance of managing the salary cap while ensuring that the talent level on the field doesn't take a step back during a crucial stretch of the season. The Rams have always operated with a certain level of aggression, often valuing proven commodities over future assets, which makes this search particularly intriguing for those of us who follow the league's inner workings. The goal here is to find a player who can not only replicate the current production, but provide a higher ceiling in coverage. If you are the type of fan who appreciates this level of nuanced breakdown and wants to stay ahead of the curve on team movements without the usual sensationalism, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel for more updates. Now let's dive into the specifics of why this move is happening now and what the financial landscape looks like for the front office as they scan the league for the right fit.
When we look at the tactical implications of bringing in a new face to compete with or replace Kam Curl, we have to talk about the structure of the defensive secondary. The Rams have leaned heavily on a system that requires safeties to be multifunctional, playing in the box one snap and dropping into a deep half the next. If the front office feels that the current personnel isn't meeting the +1 requirement in the run game or providing enough coverage over the top, a change becomes inevitable. From a financial perspective, the Rams have navigated the cap with remarkable creativity over the last few years. While they aren't exactly flush with space, they have the flexibility to structure a deal that brings in a high-impact veteran without compromising their long-term health. The names circulating in the rumor mill suggest a desire for a center-field-type safety, someone who can allow the defensive front to be more aggressive, knowing the deep middle is secured. This move would also take some of the pressure off the younger linebackers, who are still learning to pass off assignments in zone coverage. In the short term, the implications are clear. The Rams are not content with just being good enough on defense. They want a unit that can dictate the terms of the game, especially in a division where the passing attacks are becoming increasingly sophisticated. My editorial view on this is quite simple. It is a smart, proactive move. In this league, if you aren't getting better, you're getting worse, and identifying a need before it becomes a crisis is the hallmark of a well-run organization. It shows a commitment to the win-now window that Sean Mcvay has cultivated. But it also raises questions about the initial scouting process and whether the fit was ever truly there to begin with. Moving forward, the success of this search will depend on finding a player who can integrate quickly into the locker room while providing that missing spark of playmaking ability. The margin for error is small, but the potential reward for the defense is massive. I want to hear from you on this one. Do you believe the Rams should look for an established veteran leader or a younger player with more upside to fill this role? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analysis, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to ensure you never miss a deep dive into the moves that shape the league.